Although Twitter makes the most headlines when it comes to big tech censorship, it's not the only place where conservatives are being silenced. According to Citizens United, satellite TV giant DirecTV is refusing to air advertisements for their latest documentary, which exposes how Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg influenced the 2020 election. Breitbart reported that Citizens United Foundation learned on April 5th that DirecTV would not run advertising for the documentary, which details just how Mark Zuckerberg spent $400 million for the 2020 election efforts to quash former President Trump and bolster then candidate Joe Biden. Joining now, President of Citizens United, David Fossey. David, thanks for coming back. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
So just explain this to me. I mean, you guys aren't getting any explanation as to why they're not allowing your ads to run, right? What is the situation here? How did this happen?
Well, we placed a national television buy for our film Rigged, and we do that regularly for lots of our films over many, many years. And it was one of my films called Hillary the Movie back in 2010 that we won at the United States Supreme Court, Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission, for the very right to go on television and advertise our movies. So it's kind of funny that both Comcast, NBC censor our ads, and now this week DirecTV, because they don't want the American people. This is really the rub here, in my opinion. If the American people don't hear from the mainstream corporate biased media every day that it was a perfect election, the most secure election of our lifetime, if they present them with any evidence that there may have been something wrong, it destroys the narrative that they have spent the last 18 months trying to damage and ruin Donald Trump with. That's a narrative that they cannot allow to be broken. So that's why I believe that they censor us.
You know, you're not getting explanations about why they're censoring you. I mean, they're not really telling you. Apparently, they just think they can get away with this stuff. Your vice president and general counsel, Michael Booz, said when the account representative for the media buy firm inquired as to why DirecTV refused to air the advertisements, the only explanation given was that the company's standards and practices department isn't client-facing. I mean, what is that even supposed to mean, David? Like,
But with that, I think we all know what that means. That means go take a hike. That means lots of vernacular that could be thrown out there. But that was we don't care what your opinion is. We're not going to discuss it with you because we control the airwaves, and we will decide what is on our air, not the consumer, not the people. And you know what? We're going to fight them. We're going to continue to fight them. And it's fighting them through shows like this, making sure the American people understand, hey, DirecTV censors conservatives. How about you go use another station if you want to? You know, use another Dish is just as good as DirecTV. They're not censoring us. They have us up on nationally across this country, advertising our film. So look, Facebook, here's the funny part. Facebook allows our ads. It's an ad. It's a movie about Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook isn't because they knew they had a problem. Because Mark Zuckerberg threw up his hands and said, after the movie came out, I will no longer fund election activities because the movie brought a lot of pressure to him, and the sunlight that is a great disinfectant made him announce that he was no longer going to do that.
Don't miss American Scandal, Hunter Biden. A new First TV exclusive special hosted by Buck Sexton. Available right now only on the First TV app.